So now we're on to the third P, which is promotion. So we did product, price, and now we're doing promotion. And now what we're going to be doing is thinking about how you can convince, persuade, communicate your value to your stakeholders, to your customers, your prospective customers, and prospects. So when you think about this, you need to think about this as your customer, your prospective customer, is on a journey. And you need to be on that journey with them and anticipate what they're going to need to see or want to have as they progress along that journey. And so, first of all, it starts with educate. You need to educate your customer. If you have a whole new product market that or whole new product category that you're setting up, you need to establish that product category. Most of you are not doing that, but you need to educate them on the benefit on solar lighting and what that is, etc., or water, clean water, why they care. Then you start to talk about some of the features that we've talked about in the previous videos, and what are some of the features that you have and why they should care about that, the value, the benefit of those to them, and then why they should trust you and why they should invest in you as an organization and as a brand. So that's the kind of the journey that they're on, and then you need to speak into, at each of those phases, into what they're going to need. You need to deliver what they're going to need at those touch points that you have. And so you'll be thinking about, how do you do this? And you might be doing, if your customers are online, then it's through the internet, radio. You might be going into their homes to do home visits. You might be in the markets where they go to do their shopping. So you need to figure out where you're going to be and what you need to provide as they're going through this decision-making process in order to buy your products or services. And some of these are going to be high touch points in terms of one-on-one conversations, going into the markets and working with customers there. Getting advocates in communities, spending time doing that. So those are high touch ways of getting to customers. And then there's going to be lower touch ways, right? So radio advertising, social media, etc. So high touch is high value, but more expensive. Low touch is less expensive, but it's not necessarily going to reap you as the rewards that you would hope that they could. So when you're going through this journey, you're thinking about what is it that you need to do from an information perspective. So you're putting together brochures, you're putting together your website, you're maybe doing product demonstrations, like I said, maybe in the markets, maybe you're putting together tables on the streets as people pass by, they can come by. Then what you need to think about is how you're going to influence your customers. And so a lot of the social enterprises that we see start to identify community leaders that can help them. They might go into churches or into the mosques. We see people going into schools and influencing teachers, because teachers are often in these poor and marginalized communities are often seen as people that are trusted and knowledgeable and such. So understanding what are the key influencers in the community and being able to get them on your side, so to speak. And then are there incentives that you need to build into that system in order to get them there? Now, for those of you that are doing online and are primarily working online, then your customers are going basically through that same journey. You need to be able to establish a presence with your website, be able to do some promotion and awareness building, and you do that through advertising, and you can be doing Google advertising and all these other things. Then being able to be found. So if people are searching for baby moccasins that TP Mox, for instance, shows up on their searches. So being able to influence, if you will, and being able to be in front of the customers that are online, and then being able to retain the customer loyalty, building up networks, etc., that can do that. And so there are a number of ways of doing this, and you should be starting over time to get more and more familiar with all of these techniques. The other thing that's really important is when video is becoming more important for websites. People don't want to see very text-heavy sites, and so using video and having your customers tell the story about why they chose you and such is really, really powerful. Video can be felt like, oh my goodness, that's going to be really expensive, but there are easy ways to create videos that are not expensive, that can be lightweight, and you can use that and put it on your YouTube channel is another way for people to find you. So thinking about, but like I said, whether you're doing marketing and promotion offline, because that's where your community is or your prospective customers are, or if you're doing it online, you need to be thinking about their customer journey, what they need, where they are, and make sure that you have the materials and that is needed for wherever they are in their journey.